gonna be yapping about WWE. It's funny because I've been saying that I'm gonna make this video forever and then I never do. Like, ever. Right? But yeah, today we're gonna make it because why not? Where do I start? First, let's talk about how I got into WWE. Right? So, I don't remember which year, but it was a while ago. I remember. Ain't no way. Sorry guys, that's literally my heater. Ugh. I wonder how loud this can get. Like, oh my god, this is actually gonna piss me off so bad. Oh my god. Somebody has to hate me because there's no way my heater decides to turn on when I'm in the middle of recording. It's fine. It's whatever. Let's just go with it. So I would say the first thing that got me into WWE was the Divas. So right now, all the wrestlers are known as WWE superstars, but there was a time where the women in WWE were not considered superstars, but they were considered divas, right? So I remember the first thing that got me into discovering what WWE was the divas. So basically, I don't know if it was an NXT. You know what? Okay, I'll explain that a little bit further into it, but I think it was an NXT. I don't even know what it was. It was AJ Lee, it was Naomi, it was Caitlyn, it was Oksana, and a bunch of other divas, where basically they had to compete in the ring, whereas they had to. I remember this video. It was basically one of the competitions that they had to do was a Halloween costume kind of thing, and we had people like Caitlyn dressed up as Vicky Guerrero. We had Naomi dressed up as a hand or something like that, and then there was also another one where they showed off their best talents, I think, and AJ kissed Cody Rhodes, and I don't know. Anyways, that the divas were the thing that got me into WWE. It got me introduced to it because I would watch all these clips on YouTube, right? And then the next thing that got me into WWE was Total Divas and Total Bellas. So Total Divas is a reality TV show that basically followed the divas of WWE. It followed their lives, and it just got it just showed us who these people were. Reality TV. And then Total Bellas was a spin-off show that only focused on two girls, which were the Bella Twins, and I was obsessed with the Bella Twins. My favorite was Brie, but then my favorite Brie was my favorite originally, and then as the years went on, Nikki, she was my girl. I just love her so much. I still love her. She's still my preferred to this day. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, that's how basically I got into WWE, the divas and that entire era. They really, that's how I discovered it, and also that's how my brother discovered it as well, because we would watch the clips together. We watch everything on YouTube. And then, how should I explain this? I don't know how to explain this. So WWE has live shows three times of the week. Yeah, so they have Monday Night Raw, and Monday Night Raw is on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, you should watch it on Mondays. It's at 7 p.m. but that's in Central Time. I don't know what the other times are. And yeah, so they have wrestlers on Monday. They have different wrestlers on Friday Night SmackDown, which is on Friday, and it's a different roster of wrestlers. But that's not on Netflix unless you're not in the US. So I live in the US, so for me that's on the USA Network, which I hate. I wish it was on Netflix, because I hate paying for cable and stuff. I really don't want to pay it. The only reason I pay it is to watch SmackDown, but I think I'm just not gonna pay it for it anymore, honestly. But anyways, and then WWE also has another program called NXT, which is basically, it's on Mondays on CBS. No, it's on CW, I think. Yeah, it's on CW, where basically it's the developmental program. So NXT is a much smaller program, and basically that's just for like in-ring wrestling and stuff like that. And I usually don't watch NXT, but sometimes I'll like tune in just to see what's happening, you know, because I am interested and I know a lot of them. I kind of already know a bunch of the people from NXT already, like Trick Williams, we have Roxanne Perez, we have Lola Vice, Sol Ruka, Julia, Stephanie McCare, like a bunch of people like that. But yeah, so what specifically should we talk about? Okay, let's talk about my favorite wrestler and like my favorite storyline so far. Okay, so I would say my favorite wrestler is Liv Morgan. If you don't know who Liv Morgan is, search her up. She's my bae, she's my bookie, she's my love. She's like considered a heel. So a heel is a character who is bad. You know, they make like they're like evil. They're like the bad character in this. And then we have a baby face, and a baby face is like the good person. You know, like the good one, the one we're supposed to be cheering for, and everything like that. And then we have like, I think it's called a tweener, and a tweener is kind of like a morally gray character, kind of. I guess you can say it's like somebody who's not really a face, but not really a heel. You know, it's like they're in between, right? So yeah, Liv is my favorite. I love Liv Morgan, and nobody could ever make me hate her. A lot of people hate on her because actually I don't even know why they hate on her. They just think that she's like, they're just haters. Usually people who hate on Liv Morgan are usually Rhea Ripley fans. That's what I do know. Which I hate because I love Rhea Ripley, but Liv Morgan is my favorite. Anyways, yeah, Liv Morgan is my fave. My second fave, Dominic Mysterio, because of course, why not Dominic? If you don't know him either, search him up. He is fantastic. He is also a heel. Like people hate him. So basically, his father is Rey Mysterio. If you don't know Rey Mysterio, where have you been living? Under a rock? I'm just kidding. But oh my god, thank God it's gone. Rey Mysterio is a Hall of Famer. He is very, basically he's like a, you know, search him up if you don't know who Rey Mysterio is. But basically Dom got into the company back in 2022, 2021, I'm not sure. But a lot of people didn't like him because they saw him as like they just didn't like him. They thought he was like, I guess this character was stale because, you know, it's like everything, whatever, right? And so then he like betrayed his father, and everybody hated him. And honestly, I only started watching. Oh my, I had to explain that too. Oh my god, I have so much to watch. But basically, everybody hates him. Like everybody hates him. And then, oh my god, I'll get into that. And then another wrestler that I love would have to be Drew McIntyre. Oh, that man. If you don't know Drew McIntyre, such a mom. I love you, Drew. Another one, Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens. It's bad because I actually kind of love everybody. I kind of love everybody except is there somebody I don't like? Logan Paul, probably Logan Paul. Who else? I don't know. I feel like there's nobody that I don't like necessarily like dislike. You know what I mean? I love Jey Uso, Sami Zayn. Did I say Sami Zayn already? I'm not sure. Oh my god, I love Nia Jax. Oh my god, people hate on her so much, but I love her. I think she's hilarious. I love her. I'm just like, oh my god, like she's my queen. She's my queen. But yeah, those are some of the people that I really enjoy, like watching their work and just seeing them just like on my screen. I kind of just like it. Oh my god, CM Punk. I went to the holiday tour here in Chicago when they came back in December, and seeing CM Punk wrestle live is just like, it's a thrill. I love CM Punk. Oh my god, I love Seth Rollins. I love all these people. Anyways, I gotta stop, I gotta relax. But basically, what's it called? The reason that I watch wrestling up until, I want to say 2019, right? So every like thing that I would watch about wrestling would always be on YouTube, because that was really the only way that I could watch it. I didn't really know how else to watch it, because that was like back when I was a child and I didn't really know how to find where to look stuff up. You know, I just couldn't figure it out. So I'd watch all the clips on YouTube. And then one night, me and my brother were up, like, it was like 7 o'clock, it was like 9 o'clock, no. It was like around 8 o'clock, and me and my brother were looking for something to watch on TV. And the next thing we know, it's a Friday night, 8 o'clock, we go to Fox, and there it is, SmackDown, and we're like, oh my god. And this was back in 2019. Yeah, 2019. And we're like, oh my god. And so then from there, the rest is history. We watched it every Friday, and it was great. We loved it. And the thing, though, is that we didn't have cable, because y'all, cable is really expensive, honestly. And we didn't want to make my parents pay for it. So we never watched Monday Night Raw, right? So we missed out on like everything that ever happened on Mondays. We just watched everything on Friday, but that was enough for us because we really enjoyed it. And so when the pandemic happened, you know, they had the PC era, which is where they held every episode in the Performance Center, and then they also had like the Thunderdome era, which is where they had everything in the Thunderdome, whatever, you know. And so we wouldn't watch the PLEs because, you know, we couldn't pay for it. Because I'm pretty sure they were on Peacock, but we wouldn't watch them. We would just have to wait till like the next episode, you know, to see what happened or whatever. And then probably in around like 2021, we stopped watching. We just stopped completely watching. We didn't keep up. Well, actually, my brother did keep up. Like every once in a while, my brother would come up to me. He's like, "Oh my God, Roman Reigns." My okay, so you know how OTC stands for Original Tribal Chief? I didn't know that when I got back into it, so I called him my one true chief. So I still call him that, but anyways, like he would tell me like, "Oh my God, Roman Reigns has had the Universal Championship for this amount of time," like blah blah blah, yeah. I'm like, "Oh my God, yeah, that's a long time," like damn. And I actually got back into WWE 2024 in July because I saw a YouTube short about Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio, and I was like, whoa. I'm like, I feel like I haven't seen like a romance kind of thing in a while, and I got intrigued. And the next thing you know, I'm scrolling on TikTok, finding all these like edits and like a bunch of things. I'm like, oh my God, this seems like really fun. And the next thing I know, I'm watching, because at this time I still didn't have Raw, and I dressed up, whatever. So I watched the first Raw episode that I watched last year, like ever, like the first Raw episode ever in my life was the episode where Rhea Ripley came back for the first time since she was injured, right? And so, actually no, I'm lying. I did not watch the episode live. I watched it on YouTube. So you know how WWE releases clips on YouTube. So I was watching all the segments on YouTube as they were rolling out. And the week after that was the first episode of Raw that I watched, and I was like, oh my God, like this is so fun. The first match that I watched back and like ever was Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov. I think it's this. Was it Ilya? I like almost died. What the fuck? And so it was a great match. I was like, oh my God, I was hooked. I was like, oh my, this is amazing. And basically, that match changed me forever, because actually I would only ever watch women's matches up until that point, because I was like, I don't want to watch men wrestle, so I would only ever watch the women's wrestling. You know, it's like Nikki Bella, Paige, AJ Lee, you know, all of them, like Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch. Like I would watch all of them during the women's revolution, but I would never watch anything of men's because I just couldn't watch these men wrestle. Like I just couldn't. I didn't enjoy it. And that single match, Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov, I was like, oh my, this is amazing. Holy cow, how have I not been watching these matches before? And so the reason I watched it was because I wanted to see Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. And that same episode, he tells her that he hates her. Gobsmacked. So let me give you a little backstory. Right? So Liv Morgan, my favorite wrestler, Rhea Ripley, very famous, like not very famous, like she's famous and very popular amongst the community, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio and the Judgment Day. So basically, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan were tag team partners back, and back in 2022, I would say. And basically, what happened was that I think it was a month or so into their tag team, whatever partnership, Rhea Ripley turns on Liv Morgan and attacks Liv, right? And it's like a whole feud. They kind of have like a whole feud where, they're like fighting and they have matches or whatever. And then I want to say, was it 2023? Liv injured her shoulder, and they had to like write a work where it's like Liv, I can't speak. She injured her shoulder, so they had to write her out. And the way that they wrote her out of TV was by having Rhea Ripley damage her shoulder, right? So basically, Rhea damages her shoulder in 2023. She's out for like 8 months, and she comes back in 2024 for the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble. She doesn't win. I'm pretty sure she was runner-up, I think. And yeah, and so she doesn't get her WrestleMania moment. But at this point, she's on her Liv Morgan revenge tour. She tries to win the Elimination Chamber. She loses that, and then Becky Lynch wins that, and it's Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 40, right, for the women's the World Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley retains. Oh hell no! What the hell is that? Oh my god! Oh my god! Hell no! Rhea Ripley retains her championship, and then the Monday after WrestleMania, there's a backstage segment where Liv Morgan comes out of nowhere and bang hits Rhea Ripley with the chair, and it's supposed to be like an attack. But what happens is that Liv Ow! My mic! No, please don't do this. Basically, what happens is that Liv throws Rhea into like a wall, like a brick wall, I think, and Rhea injures her shoulder very real too. And so basically, the next Monday, I think it was the next Monday, Rhea had to vacate her championship, which means that she had to oh my god, she had to like let it go. You know what I mean? She had to let it go because she couldn't compete anymore because she was injured. And then there's kind of like a Royal Rumble, like Battle Royale, I don't even know how to call it really, to see who gets the championship. And Becky Lynch wins it. So then, and of course, I'm pretty sure Liv was also runner-up at this point. But at this point, Liv was on her revenge tour because she wanted to win the Women's World Championship to get revenge on Rhea, because Rhea was the one who took her out and injured her shoulder back in 2023. So she's like, I'm gonna do this to Rhea, blah blah blah, right? So Becky wins it, and then she gives Liv, or I don't even know how it happened. Yo, what the hell? I'm getting overstimulated. This mic's pissing me off. Oh my god, anyways. Liv and Becky have a match. And I'm pretty sure it was like King of the Ring tournament. I think it was like the opening match. Liv wins the match with the help of Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Technically, right? So, if you don't know this, Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio were dating, and they were in a faction called the Judgment Day. Right? So obviously, Dom is like, Liv, you injured Rhea, and I don't want you to win our championship, right? So Dom tries to distract the ref and give Becky a chair to hit Liv with, right? But because he did that, he inadvertently helped Liv win the championship, right? So she won the championship with the help of Dom on accident, right? So she wins it, everything like that. They have a segment, and then Liv is like, I got my Women's World Championship, and I want to take everything away from Rhea Ripley because she injured me. She betrayed me. Like, she took away, like, she almost took away my career. And she's like, I also want you. And I was like, oh my god. She also wanted Dirty Dom. And I was like, oh my god. And y'all, the segments that these two had together were insane. They had me hooked. I was like, oh my god. She wanted that man so bad. And I was like, oh my god. Like, I was eating it up. It was so good. I'm just like, oh my god. So basically, so Rhea's out for like 3 months, right? And those 3 months, Liv is like trying to seduce Dom and like get him to like be with her and leave Rhea. And so there's a match. It's Liv and Dom versus Ray and Selena Vega. Ray is Dom's father, and Dom has never like beaten his dad like on a one-on-one match, like any sort, right? And like Dom is like, you know what, I really want to beat him. And the week before, he had a match with him, but like Liv basically cost him the match or whatever. So Liv is like, I'm gonna make it up to you, and I'm gonna help you beat your father this time. So they end up winning the match, and Dom like pins his father, and he wins the match, and blah blah blah. After the match, Dom hugs Liv, and then he's like, whoa, I can't believe I just hugged her, right? He like backs away, like, oh my god. Liv goes up to him, jumps up, like she hugs him from his neck, and then puts her legs around his waist, and then they both fall on the mat. So it's like Liv is on her back, Dom is like on top of her, and they're like, she pulls him in, and they're like literally like face to face. So like his nose is against her nose, and they're like about to kiss. And then who comes back after 3 months? Rhea Ripley. And I'm like, I'm gagged. I'm like, oh my god, right? So then the Monday after, you know, Rhea does like a whole thing, like it's gonna be Liv, it's gonna be me versus you at SummerSlam, right? Which is another very big PLE, like premium live event. And it was like, okay, like, yeah, okay, we'll have that. And at this point, like, Dom is trying to apologize to Rhea, because Rhea, she saw what was happening between Liv and Dom, and she's like, I don't want to listen to you right now, like. And Dom is trying to apologize, and he's like, no, I promise you, it meant like nothing, I swear it meant nothing. And you know, Liv is still being goofy, and you know, she's still, you know, whatever, right? And then the week after was the first episode that I watched, and I was so excited to watch Liv and Dom segments, and just get the full experience, because I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I was also I was shipping them really hard. I wanted Dom to leave Rhea for Liv. I was like, I love them together, like I think they're hilarious. I was shipping them real hard. Yo, tell me why. The first episode that I watched, so like basically what happens was that like Rhea tells Dom like, hey, I don't want you around Liv anymore, like what is going on here, like, right? So Dom is like, okay. And so Liv bumps into, or more like Dom bumps into Liv when they're searching for like a guy or whatever, and she's like, oh, I'm really sorry that like Rhea's back, you know, like, but don't worry, like pretend everything is fine and we're gonna be okay. And Dom is like, no, Liv, like just leave me alone. And then Carlito, who was a part of the Judgment Day, he like reveals to Rhea like, oh yeah, like Liv and Dom, like they saw each other again. And so Rhea gets pissed, right? She gets mad, so she drags him out to the ring, and she's like, Liv, come out here, come get him, come face me, like, you know, she's pissed, you know, because Liv is messing with her man. So Liv comes out, and she's like in the crowd, like she doesn't come out to the ring, she's like in this like where the crowd is and everything. And then she's like, Rhea, like, you know, why would Dom want to be with a girl like you when he can have a girl like me? And then she's like, Dom, why don't you give me like, she's like, why don't you say those 3 little words? And I was like, oh my god, tell her you love her. He tells her that he hates her, and I was like, nah. I was rushing out real bad. Wait, guys, this is not relaxing, is it? I'm going a little crazy. Anyways, I'm just gonna stop there. And so he tells her that he hates her, and that she ruined her life, that she ruined his life, that like that she's crazy, that she's like, es que es una pendeja, es una cabrona. I'm just like, no. And she leaves, and she's crying because she was like face after, and she licks him. She like licks the side of his face. I was like, oh my god. And you know, obviously they go backstage and everything's fine, and then Liv does a full social media blackout for 2 whole weeks, and I was like, oh my god, she is dedicated to the game, like damn, right? And so then SummerSlam rolls around, SummerSlam, right? And at this point, it's like Liv is betrayed. Like she's hurt. She really thought she had a connection with Dom, and she was like so upset. Like, Dom, you fucked up, man. You know. So SummerSlam comes around, and they're having their match, and the next thing you know, Dom helps Liv win, retain the championship. Like he helps her. Like basically, what he does is he slides a chair in, and then he distracts the referee, and he lets Liv do her signature move on the chair. And then because of that, she's able to pin Rhea, and you know whatever. She pins Rhea, and I was like, oh my god, is this happening? Oh my god. And I start crashing out because I'm like, oh my god, he smiled, and I was like, oh my god, he did it on purpose. Oh my god. And when you look back at the footage, you do see that he like tells her like go for the chair, but when that happened, I couldn't really see what he was saying to the ref. And so then we goes like a little bit of like a highlight reel. We come back to like what's happening in the ring. She's just sitting there, and then I see like a little foot outside of the frame, and I was like, oh, he picks her up, right? And I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? And then she's like, what? And then he kisses her. And I was like, oh my god, I was like, oh my god, yo. I was gobsmacked. I ate it up, you know. I was like, oh my god, he kissed her. He betrayed Rhea Ripley and left her for Liv Morgan, and I was like, yes. This is cinema. This is storytelling. This is wrestling. And so now I'm like #LivDom. I love Liv and Dom. Right now they're going through a little bit of a rough patch, but it's okay because it's gonna be okay. I know they are. I know they're gonna be great. They're not gonna break up anytime soon. I just know it. However, Liv Morgan just lost the women's championship like a couple weeks ago, so that I am upset about. I want to apologize. I do feel like the ending was a bit, I feel like the last 10 minutes of this was extremely chaotic. I'm sorry. I'll see if I upload this video. If I rewatch it and I don't like it, if I'm a little crazy, I might not post it. But I think I am on a sugar high right now. I'm sorry. I feel like you just can't fall asleep to this. Like there's just no way. Sometimes I do too much. I'm sorry. I need to sit here and contemplate like everything I just said, because like I feel like I got a really chaotic. Oh my god! I know I need to go. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this WWE Yap session, which was mostly a